Welcome back, True Seeker. A lot of people ask if it's okay to share my work, and the answer is yes. I put all of my work out here, my blog, my YouTube, for people to share. Last summer, I uploaded an 800-page book that I decided not to sell because I didn't think it was good enough, and I've been rewriting the book ever since. It's pretty much finished. I got to get it back to the publisher. But anyway, everything that's on my blog, everything that's on my YouTube channel, free to share. Welcome to share. I would never come after you on copyright. None of this work has a value on it. The whole point of the work is getting the word out there. And also, if you take a look around, a lot of people have taken my videos and made videos saying I'm a shill. So YouTube doesn't care if people copyright my work anyway. You know, a lot of people take my videos and take sound bites and clips and try to, put a bunch of pieces from 500 different rants together to make me look really bad. YouTube doesn't care. People were posting my address last year online. YouTube doesn't care. Those channels are still up that were posting my address last year. Richie from Boston, A Call for an Uprising, Nicholson, 1968 or something. All these people, YouTube didn't do anything to them. My channel's the one that got deleted. The person getting picked on and targeted and harassed. YouTube got rid of my content. So, anyway, that doesn't exactly have to do with sharing my work. I'm just letting you know, if you share my work, you're going to be okay. I would never come after you, and YouTube's definitely not going to come after you. The other thing is, just this comment right here. The person who built this web calculator right here, that's now made Gematria so easy for anyone to do, the person who built this came across my work more than a year ago now and thought that what I was doing was bogus and nonsense. But then he started to check the math himself, and he was like, well, wait a minute. And it's just like this person's comment right here, He said he started a notebook checking my work to see if the math was even correct. And then at some point he realized that it was undeniable, and he's been doing the research ever since. And, he does great work. He always leaves really good... Well, I'm saying he. I don't even know if it's really a he. It could be a she. This person does really good work. And, just like this morning, they pointed out something that I was overlooking. The Super Bowl this year, the way it's written out with Roman numerals, sums to 62. We've been talking about how important that number is all year in this NFL season, and it being in Minneapolis and the significance of 62. And, the whole time overlooked that Super Bowl LII is 62. This morning, the head ref for the Super Bowl 62 named Gematria. The significance of the number continues to build, and now we know why even more. And thanks to this person. And that's what I've said since the beginning. It's always good to have more people aware of this knowledge and doing the work. Because, as much as I've revealed all year, I never thought to decode the name of the Super Bowl with the Roman numerals. And that was a simple one. And I'm sure if we look at that in every year's past, it's always been highly relevant. Last year we were looking at it. I don't know why I wasn't looking at it this year. But that's why you want more than one set of eyes. So... Also, for any of my critics, this should be your test right here. And I've said to do this before. I've said anyone can prove that my work isn't hearsay. It's all evidence-based and anyone else can do it. That's the thing about my work. It's provable. Anyone can do what I do. If you listen to my radio program last night, a 14-year-old called in at the beginning of the show, and he did maybe the best decode I've ever heard on air. And I didn't realize he was 14 until the end. Before I let him go off the phone, I had to ask him how old he was because I could tell from his voice he was younger. 14. 14. And he said he's only been following my work for a week, which is even more mind-blowing to me because, like I said, it might be the best decode on air to date. And there's been a lot of good ones. And I'm saying even better than all the ones I've ever done. So... I'm sure that 14-year-old's a lot more advanced than most of his peers, but just think about it. If a 14-year-old can do it, you can do it too. What that 14-year-old did was he applied the work and did his own research. And he took apart the Martin Luther King Jr. assassination better than I ever have. And not only that, then he went into the news story in his local Los Angeles and he started breaking down the news by the numbers. It was amazing. And he's only 14. But anyhow, that is what's going on. Yes, you can share my work. Last week at this time, I said I was going to try to not make any videos and finish the book. I have put in a lot more work on the book. It is closer. But I've also made a lot of videos and blog posts. It's easy for me to get distracted with this work, which has been proven a million times over, obviously. So anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I really am going to try to take the rest of this time off until I just put the final touches on the book and can give you guys a release date. It's taken way too long. I have been scared a little bit to release the book because if it doesn't sell, I have pressure from my family to stop because I've been doing this for a long time. You know, my sister has been pressuring my mother to put me in a loony bin. My sister really thinks that I've gone insane and I have some mental disorder and that's why I'm obsessed with this. That's her perspective. Because she says it's all based in nonsense and I'm making it up. You know, my sister, I've given my sister the most logical, rational explanations of this knowledge and how it comes from the Bible. She doesn't listen to any of it. She just cuts me off and starts talking over me. So anyway, I have to deal with that. I got to deal with my mother who's, you know, watched a lot of bad things happen to me in the time I've been doing this. You know, having everything stolen, getting arrested, having my house crashed into after threats. So it's been hard on her. She also gets trolled all the time online. My own mother gets trolled on Facebook. You know, people find her account, send her weird messages every day, you know. You guys, if you're like a sane person out there and you're trying to be friends with my mother on Facebook, just don't. You know, my mom's a lonely person, so a lot of times she'll accept these friend requests. My mom will literally text me and ask if she should accept the friend request, and I'll tell her no, and then she'll do it anyway, and then she'll start getting harassed by the person, and they'll start posting things on her wall. And then I'm telling my mom, I said, well, why did you accept? I already told you not to. And she's like, well, I just wanted to. So anyway, all of you trolls who are bothering my mother, I mean, just how pathetic are you guys? And I just had to talk to her this morning about this because the same thing happened again. But anyway, you know, my sister hating on me, my mother, you know, stressed out and even getting trolled and harassed by people, my girlfriend, you know, also living through all of this and just wants me to do something different. So anyway, I need to focus. I need to get the book out. I am driving everyone nuts. I'm sure I'm driving a lot of you nuts. While I'm gone, can you guys do me a favor? Can you share my work? I mean, part of the reason I work so hard is because I feel like not anyone else is carrying the torch. Most people leave comments like, I like your work, but I don't share it because people make fun of me or no one cares. You guys all, I mean, if you don't share it, and how do you know no one cares? If you guys think on your social media because there's no thumbs up or there's no comment, that doesn't mean that no one cares. I guarantee you people are watching. Some people probably think it's interesting. Almost no one in this world will speak up. You know? So, anyway, I got to get the book out. If the book sells, I'll be able to, I know I'll be able to persuade my family to continue with the work because their minds are like most people's. Money what does the talking, you know. My mom, the way she calculates is, you got robbed, you lost everything, you know, and you haven't been making any money. That's the way my mom sees all of this. It's pretty much the same way my girlfriend sees all of this. That said, they do know that I do things to maintain and pay the bills, but those aren't things I want to be doing either, you know? So, anyway, let me focus. Let me do some hard work. Let me finish. While I'm gone, you guys got to share my work. Somebody else needs to step up and make a YouTube channel. Blogs. The word needs to be out there, you know? Everyone can do what I can do. If you didn't listen to my radio show last night, tfrlive.com. Just listen to the first half hour. I think that 14-year-old called somewhere around the 10, 15-minute mark. He was one of the first callers last night. The first guy who called in last night, his call, you'll probably get confused listening to what he's saying, but listen to what I told him. It's also good advice for anyone starting with this research. I think they were the first two callers last night. The guy who was a little bit confusing, and then the 14-year-old who stole the show. So, and of course I'll be back for the Wednesday radio show. I don't skip that no matter what. But I have so little to do, and I've had so little to do. You guys, honestly, the book, if it's way beyond the screen how much I've had to do to finish the book, it's been almost to the end like this since November now. You know, I could have finished the book in the beginning of November, honestly. And like I said, the reason I haven't is because if it comes out and it doesn't sell, I'm just not going to be able to do... My family will be... It's just... You know, like, I feel like my mom will drop dead of a heart attack if I don't stop. And... You know, I just got to listen to my girlfriend every day, which also isn't good, so... If I do have to stop, if the book doesn't sell, I mean, just assuming all possibilities, it doesn't mean I'll stop forever. It just means I'll have to take a break. But don't worry, the world's going to go on. The same things are going to continue to go on. Maybe that 14-year-old will pick up the pace for us, you know? So... That's where we're at, Truth Seeker. Alright, until next time.